Last night, a federal courtroom exploded into a dramatic showdown when Judge Edward Chen laughed openly at Representative Jasmine Crockett during a fiery legal dispute, only to be left reeling by her shocking response moments later. A jaw-dropping clash that left the gallery stunned, the chamber buzzing, social media erupting with the fallout. Sources say what began as a contentious hearing tied to a fictional ethics violation involving Crockett's bold advocacy spiraled into an electrifying confrontation, with Chen's unexpected laughter colliding with Crockett's unyielding resolve, a moment already the night's viral bombshell. Before we dive into this explosive saga, drop a comment with where you're watching from. Let's see how far this story reaches. Crockett, the Texas congresswoman known for her fiery rhetoric and fierce commitment, entered the courtroom with a commanding presence, ready to defend her position, her passion radiating. But Chen, the federal judge known for his calm demeanor and sharp intellect, set the tone with a pointed remark. "Ms. Crockett, your argument's bold, let's keep it grounded." The comment, laced with restraint, landed lightly, and insiders say the gallery sensed the stakes, some whispering, others tensing as Crockett nodded. "Grounded? I'm here for justice, Your Honor. Let's proceed." The tension ignited fast. Chen's laughter erupted when Crockett delivered a passionate defense against the fictional ethics charge. "Justice, Your Honor, my advocacy's lawful. Your framing's off," she declared, prompting Chen to chuckle. "Off? Ms. Crockett, that's quite a stretch. You're reaching." His tone amused, dismissive, the gallery gasping, some murmuring, others filming discreetly as Crockett's eyes narrowed. "Reaching? I'm standing on truth, Your Honor. Laugh if you want," her retort bold, resolute, the onlookers splitting, some nodding, others bracing, as court officers watched, sensing the hearing veering into chaos, emotion surging early. Sources say the chamber pulsed. Chen's amusement lingered, but Crockett's fire burned, setting the stage for a response that would shock everyone. What's gripping everyone isn't just Chen's laughter. It's how swiftly it turned seismic. Crockett leaned forward. "Laugh? I'm here for the people, Your Honor, not your amusement," her voice steady, and Chen smirked. "Amusement? You're testing this court, Ms. Crockett. I'll maintain order," his tone sharpening, authoritative. The gallery stirred. Some shouted. Others leaned in as the clash took a raw turn, with Crockett's resolve hardening, Chen's demeanor shifting, the night charging toward a stunning, heart-pounding peak. The confrontation just beginning to blaze. A federal courtroom surged into a blazing spectacle last night as Representative Jasmine Crockett, her fiery advocacy a commanding force, escalated her bold defiance against Judge Edward Chen's mocking laughter, turning a contentious hearing into a viral wildfire that's already gripping the internet. Sources say after Crockett's resolute vow, "I'm standing on truth," and Chen's amused retort, "I'll maintain order," the congresswoman doubled down, fueling a dramatic clash that's inching closer to her shocking response that left the courtroom reeling. Crockett, her tone sharp with conviction, pressed her defense. "Amusement, Your Honor? Your laughter dismisses my fight for the people," her voice clear, as she challenged the fictional ethics violation tied to her advocacy, the gallery reacting fast, some gasping, others murmuring, while Chen's smirk faded. "Dismisses? Your passion's noted, Ms. Crockett, but you're pushing this court," his retort firm, authoritative, drawing murmurs, nods from the stirred onlookers, the tension thickening with every word. The judge pressed harder. "Pushing? Your conduct risks contempt, Ms. Crockett. Don't test me," sources say. Crockett's eyes flashed, her stance unyielding. "Contempt? I'm exposing your bias, Your Honor. I'm prepared." The comeback bold, laced with passion, the gallery stirring, some clapping, others tensing, as court officers signaled, "She's relentless," their radios buzzing, the hearing slipping. From orderly to electric, the clash intensifying. Chen's voice sharpened. Prepared? You're reckless, Ms. Crockett. I'll uphold justice, his rebuke piercing, personal, stoking Crockett's fire. What fueled the blaze wasn't just Crockett's defiance. It was Chen's shift from amusement to authority, insiders report. He leaned forward. Reckless? Your outburst undermines this court, Ms. Crockett. Rein it in. His tone steady, loaded with gravitas, and Crockett struck back. Rein it in. You laughed at my truth, Your Honor. I'll stand, gesturing at her notes, the gallery splitting wider, some murmuring. Crockett's fierce, others gasping, with phones filming, ex-posts surging. Crockett versus Chen ignites, one read, racking up likes as the clash grew fiercer, Crockett's passion flaring. The courtroom pulsed with raw energy. Sources say Crockett's hands gripped the podium. Stand? Your dismissal's shaky, Your Honor. I'll prove my case. Her voice trembling with resolve. And Chen countered, Prove? You're a provocateur, Ms. Crockett. You're slipping. His words measured, cutting, the gallery roaring, some standing, others whispering, while court officers signaled to hold steady, their hands waving. But Crockett pressed on. Slipping? I'm your challenge, Your Honor. You're underestimating me. Her fire rising, the chaos swelling, with insiders noting, Chen's being tested. The night charging toward a stunning, heart-pounding peak. Crockett's defiance building to a shocking response. A federal courtroom erupted into a blazing emotional crucible last night as Representative Jasmine Crockett, her fiery advocacy and unyielding force, amplified her bold defiance against Judge Edward Chen's mocking laughter, turning a contentious hearing into a gripping display of resolve that left the gallery electrified, court officers on edge, Chen's stern authority beginning to meet its match. Sources say Crockett's resolute claim, I'm your challenge, you're underestimating me, after rejecting Chen's rebuke, met the judge's escalating insistence on order, inching closer to Crockett's shocking response that left the courtroom reeling, a spectacle now dominating every platform. Chen, his tone firm but piercing, doubled down on his warning. Slipping, Ms. Crockett? Your defiance is reckless. Your argument's thin. His voice laced with judicial weight as he criticized Crockett's defense in the fictional ethics violation case, citing procedural flaws. The gallery reacting fiercely, some gasping, others murmuring, while Crockett's eyes gleamed. Thin? My case is rooted in truth, Your Honor. You're off base. Her voice sharp, confident. The onlookers surging, murmurs blending with claps as court officers watched, hands twitching, the record holding, tension soaring. The judge pressed harder. Off base? You're undermining this court, Ms. Crockett. You're no match for procedure. His jab sharp, personal, and Crockett fired back. Procedure? I'm exposing your dismissal, Your Honor. I'll hold my ground. Her words bold, trembling with passion. The gallery splitting, some shouting, Go Jasmine! Others whispering with phones filming, ex-posts exploding. Crockett defies Chen, one read, trending fast. Chen's gaze narrowed. Hold! You're a provocateur, Ms. Crockett. I'll enforce order. His rebuke cutting, the audience roaring, some murmuring, Chen's too strong, others pleading, Crockett's fearless, as the tension swelled. What turned the clash into a wildfire wasn't just the defiance, it was Crockett's conviction. Insiders say she leaned forward. Order? Your laughter mocked my fight, Your Honor. I'll prove my cause. Her tone commanding, laden with resolve. And Chen countered. Prove? You're a politician, Ms. Crockett. Your case won't stand. His retort measured, strained. The gallery surging, some clapping, others yelling, with clips hitting X. Crockett's fire live, racking up shares as she responded. Won't stand? My truth cuts, Your Honor. Brace yourself. Her voice steady, the chamber igniting. The courtroom became a cauldron of raw emotion. Sources report court officers signaled frantically. their voices urgent. "She's relentless, but—" Crockett pressed on. "Brace? Your ruling's flawed, Your Honor. My cause is just—" Her gestures bold, voice cracking with conviction, while Chen interjected, "Just? You're overreaching, Ms. Crockett. You're done." His tone unwavering. The gallery erupting, some tossing papers, others live-streaming, while Crockett stood firm. "Done? I'm just rising, Your Honor." Her passion peaking, with insiders noting, "She's pushing Chen." The night hurtling toward a stunning, heart-pounding peak. Crockett's defiance building to a shocking response. A federal courtroom hit its emotional zenith last night as Representative Jasmine Crockett, her fiery advocacy a blazing force, unleashed a powerful, heartfelt response to Judge Edward Chen's mocking laughter, transforming a contentious hearing into a soul-stirring spectacle that left the gallery in awe. Chen's stern authority beginning to waver, the internet surging with fervent reaction. Sources say Crockett's defiant vow, "Done? I'm just rising," after rejecting Chen's rebuke, culminated in a poignant plea that shook the judge's resolve, pushing the clash closer to her shocking response that stunned the courtroom, a moment already fueling a viral firestorm. Crockett, her voice trembling with conviction, landed a piercing blow. "Flawed ruling, Your Honor. My fight's for the silenced. Your laughter betrays them." Her words raw, vivid, as she tied her fictional ethics violation defense to the struggles of marginalized communities, citing their trust in her advocacy. The gallery reacting fiercely, some sobbing, others gasping, while Chen's face softened. "Silenced? You're a litigant, Ms. Crockett. Not their savior," his retort firm, faltering, the onlookers surging, murmurs blending with cheers as court officers froze, radios crackling, the record holding, emotion erupting. Chen pressed the wound. "Savior? Your defiance disrupts this court, Ms. Crockett. I'll maintain order." His jab stern, personal, but Crockett leaned in. "Order? I carry their pain, Your Honor. Your laughter can't bury my truth." Her voice quivering, eyes glistening. The gallery roaring, some chanting, "Jasmine, Jasmine!" Others whispering, "She's moving him." As phones filmed, X-posts exploding. Crockett shakes Chen, one red, trending fast. Chen's voice steadied. "Truth? You're overreaching, Ms. Crockett. You're done." His tone wavering, the audience surging, some shouting, "Crockett's winning," others murmuring, "Chen's the judge," as the tide turned. The clash reached a fever pitch. Insiders say Crockett stood taller. "Done? My cause is their hope, Your Honor. Their cries echo in me." Her voice soaring as she recounted systemic inequities with searing clarity. Chen's eyes narrowing, his composure softening. "Hope? You're passionate, Ms. Crockett," his voice barely audible, the gallery erupting, some standing, filming, others sobbing with clips hitting X instantly. Crockett's plea live, one read, racking up shares, another showing her passion. "She's unstoppable," going viral, millions watching. Crockett pressed, "Passionate? I'm their voice, Your Honor. Feel their fight." Her resolve soaring, the chamber pulsating. What primed Crockett's shocking response was her raw sincerity. Sources report. Chen gripped the bench. "Voice? You've challenged this court. Ms. Crockett." His voice a mix of respect, hesitation, as Crockett fired back. "Challenged? I'm their justice, Your Honor. Rethink your laughter." Her words bold, the gallery roaring, some rushing the barriers, others chanting, "Jasmine's truth," as Chen paused. "You're heard," he stated, the clash teetering with insiders saying, "She's shaking him." The night hurtling toward a stunning, heart-pounding climax, Crockett's heartfelt plea setting the stage for a response that would shock everyone. A federal courtroom soared into a heart-stopping crescendo last night, as Representative Jasmine Crockett, her fiery advocacy and unstoppable force, unleashed a shocking, bold action in response to Judge Edward Chen's mocking laughter, transforming a contentious hearing into a breathtaking spectacle that left the gallery in awe, Chen's authority visibly shaken, the internet ablaze with fervent reaction. Sources say Crockett's poignant vow, "I'm their justice, rethink your laughter," after swaying Chen's rebuke, marked the turning point that led to her stunning move. A dramatic gesture that silenced the courtroom, a moment now fueling a viral wildfire. Crockett, her voice trembling with conviction, escalated her plea into action. "Rethink, Your Honor? I'll show you their truth." Her words fierce as she stepped from the podium, holding up a stack of letters from constituents detailing their struggles, declaring, "These are their voices, laugh at them." Her gesture bold, unprecedented, the gallery reacting fiercely, some cheering, others sobbing, while Chen's eyes widened. "Ms. Crockett, this is irregular. Return to your place." His voice a mix of shock, uncertainty, the onlookers surging, cheers blending with gasps. As court officers stood frozen, radios silent, the record holding, emotion erupting. Crockett pressed forward. "Irregular? Their pain's real, Your Honor. Your laughter dismissed it." Her words raw, piercing, as she placed the letters on the bench, tying her fictional ethics violation defense to the lived experiences of her community. The gallery roaring, some chanting "Jasmine, Jasmine," others whispering, "She's unstoppable," as phones filmed, X posts surging. "Crockett stuns Chen," one read, trending fast. Chen's composure faltered. "You've made your point, Ms. Crockett. I'm listening." His voice low, reflective, the audience erupting, some shouting, "Crockett's winning," others murmuring, "Chen's shaken." As the tide turned, the climax shattered all restraint. Insiders say Crockett stood resolute. "Listening? Their hope demands respect, Your Honor, not mockery." Her delivery a blend of defiance, empathy, Chen's resolve wavering. "Respect? Your actions bold, Ms. Crockett. This court sees it." His voice conceding. The gallery surging, some standing, filming, others weeping, with clips hitting X instantly. "Crockett's move live," one read, racking up shares, another showing her gesture. "She's a titan, going viral, millions watching." Chen nodded. "I'm reconsidering, Ms. Crockett. Your point's clear." His words tentative. The chamber pulsating, Crockett's action landing, his stance shifting. What primed Crockett's shocking move was her unyielding sincerity. Sources report Chen stared at the letters. "Clear? You've disrupted this court, Ms. Crockett." His voice carrying newfound respect, as Crockett stood firm. "Disrupted? I've amplified their voices, Your Honor. Their trust demands it." Her words final, the gallery roaring, some rushing the barriers, others chanting, "Jasmine's fire," as Chen exhaled. "You've spoken. I'm reflecting." His voice conceding, the clash teetering, with insiders saying, "She's floored him." The night hurtling toward a stunning, triumphant resolution. Crockett's bold action, the spark that stunned the court. A federal courtroom erupted into a soul-shattering triumph last night, as Judge Edward Chen, his judicial authority softened by awe, fully acknowledged Representative Jasmine Crockett's shocking action, presenting a stack of constituents, letters, retracting his dismissive laughter, transforming a fiery legal dispute into a breathtaking spectacle that left the gallery in awe, Crockett's resolve radiant, the internet ablaze with the fallout. Sources say Crockett's bold declaration, "I've amplified their voices. Their trust demands it," after stunning Chen with her gesture, culminated in the judge's stunning concession, "You've spoken, I'm reflecting," sealing a viral moment that's already reshaping narratives. Chen, his voice heavy with acknowledgement, formalized his shift. "Ms. Crockett, your action's unprecedented. This court respects your advocacy." His words deliberate, resonant, as he said, Aside his earlier mockery, the gallery reacting fiercely, some cheering wildly, others weeping, while Crockett stood tall. "Thank you, Your Honor." Their voices prevailed, her voice steady, triumphant. The onlookers surging chants of "Jasmine! Jasmine!" blending with sobs as court officers stood frozen, radios silent, the record capturing every victorious moment, Crockett's presence blazing under the courtroom lights. Crockett's gesture resonated. Insiders say she continued, "Prevailed? Their hope fuels my fight, Your Honor. I carry it." Her words poignant, as she tied her fictional ethics violation defense to the lived struggles of her community. Chen nodding. "Noted, Ms. Crockett. You've made your case." His tone respectful. The gallery roaring, some standing, filming, others shouting, "She's unstoppable," with clips hitting X instantly. Chen concedes live. One read, racking up shares, another showing Crockett's radiance. "She's a titan," going viral, millions watching. The judge concluded, "This matter's addressed, Ms. Crockett." His voice final, the chamber pulsating. Crockett's victory sealed, Chen's retraction complete. The immediate aftermath crashed like a tidal wave. Sources say Crockett exited the courtroom. "I stood for them." Her voice a resolute whisper, aides shielding her from reporters as the gallery buzzed, while Chen adjourned. "Court's done." His tone reflective. The crowd cheering, some still filming, others chanting, "Justice served," as security cleared the area, the night's end a blazing triumph. Online, X exploded. "Crockett stuns Chen," one thread read, trending globally. Her action lauded, Chen's concession a viral marker. The fallout surged. Crockett's tweet, "Voices break silence," posted later, pulling 700,000 likes. Replies flooding, "You shocked a judge," with memes captioned, "Letters topple laughter," flooding TikTok, Instagram. The saga's impact soared. Crockett's advocacy cemented, her influence spiking, while Chen's concession sparked debate, some praising, "He showed humility," others noting, "Crockett forced his hand." The clash a cultural spark. The ripple effects are seismic. Analysts call it a shift. Crockett redefined courtroom advocacy or broke it, one said. Courts eyeing bolder voices or tighter decorum, while the public splits, half roar. She humbled a judge, half marvel. Chen showed grace. The moment a fuse for what's next. The saga's reach far from over. The seismic fallout from Representative Jasmine Crockett's shocking action in a federal courtroom last night, where she presented a stack of constituents' letters to counter Judge Edward Chen's mocking laughter, has set the internet ablaze. With Crockett's triumphant vow, their voices prevailed, and Chen's concession, "This court respects your advocacy," transforming a fiery legal dispute into a cultural juggernaut, leaving Crockett's influence soaring, Chen's authority nuanced, the airwaves, social platforms buzzing with takes that will echo for weeks. Sources say what began as a tense courtroom clash culminated in Crockett, proving her unmatched resolve, her victory a viral supernova. The saga's ripples reshaping public discourse, sealing a moment now etched in digital lore. Crockett's post-hearing aura blazed like a comet. Insiders report she left the courtroom with electrifying poise. "I stood for them," her voice a resolute whisper, aides shielding her from a frenzy of reporters as the gallery lingered, while X erupted, her tweet, "Voices break silence," posted hours later, amassing 900,000 likes, swamping replies. "You stunned a judge," trending fast, with clips of Chen's concession, Crockett's radiant gesture looping millions of times, Crockett's unstoppable, a viral thread declared, memes captioned, letters topple laughter, flooding TikTok, Instagram. Critics tried. "She's a showman," one post argued, but the surge drowned them. Crockett's star gilded. Chen's camp stayed measured. Sources say his next session was subdued. His concession a bold shadow, drawing intense scrutiny to his judicial persona, while insiders hint he's reflecting, Crockett's a force, his team noting his authority tested, with analysts proclaiming, Crockett rewrote the script, though some murmur, Chen showed humility, his retraction, tempered by respect. The gallery's cheers echoed online. Jasmine's a titan, resonating across platforms, her advocacy locked as a beacon. The internet fractured like a fault line. Crockett's supporters chanted, She's a voice for justice, unbreakable. One X post read, racking up shares, while detractors muttered, She's a politician, not a lawyer. Another fizzled, with debates raging. Did Crockett redefine courtroom advocacy? Trending, clips of her action dissected. She's a master, one pundit said. Chen was moved. Another added, predicting a spike in Crockett's political clout, her public support surging, her brand radiant. Sources say Crockett's strategizing with talk of leveraging her triumph, perhaps a national speech or policy push, her silence deafening, the victory a crown that sticks. Political insiders note her platform now gleams with moral sheen, her influence under a blazing spotlight. The ripple effects are tectonic, the legal sphere's reeling. Experts call it a pivot. Crockett redefined courtroom advocacy, or shattered it, one said, courts eyeing bolder voices or stricter decorum, risking obsolescence if they falter, while the public splits, half roar. She humbled a judge, half marvel. Chen showed grace. The clash a cultural lightning bolt. Crockett's ascent, Chen's nuance, etched in viral lore. The saga's impact stretches beyond the courtroom. Crockett's brand skyrockets, her resolve unquestioned, her reach amplified, while Chen's stature adjusts, his empathy noted. This isn't the end. It's a spark. Crockett's next fight. Chen's next ruling poised to ignite. So if you're hooked on this drama, smash that subscribe button now. Don't miss the next blaze.